What's up, boys, and welcome back to the channel. A few months back, I made a video reviewing Nomad's new slipstream flying fish. When this lure was announced, I was pretty excited about it, to say the least. As a tuna fisherman or as a pelagic species fisherman, you should be very excited about it too, because what a flying fish is to a tuna. I don't know what it is about them, but they just absolutely love them and they freak out about them. And a good lure that has good action that you can actually troll and set on top of the water without a kite is a really big deal for the tuna fishermen of the world. So I went ahead and ordered one of each size. I unpackaged them, attempted to rig them, and did some testing. And then disaster struck. Oh golly, freaking knuckled way to the left. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. That does not bode well. So that sucks a lot. It just broke and it didn't have that much tension. That is really bad. I was very clearly disappointed and pretty pissed that a brand new $40 lure only lasted one cast. And you could say, oh, Joe, dirt is not as hard as the water, or good luck catching a tuna in your yard. That's not the point. That's not the point, all right? If you think that my yard is more of an impact than a tuna blowing out on a lure, then my brother in Christ, it would behoove you to reassess your prowess on Newton's second law of motion. Anyways, I posted the video, gave it a pretty harsh title, and suggested against purchasing it. Let me be clear, it was a negative review, pretty harsh, but it was fair. I didn't go over the top. I stated my excitement for the lure, and it disappointed me. To finish the video, I promised to give an update on Nomad's warranty situation with the lure. So what I saw from them was a pretty much no questions asked replacement aside from proof of purchase, and they immediately sent me another one. In that comment, I also discussed some things that I know about the company Nomad and my experience with their products kind of like this in the past, because they have been in this exact situation before and have corrected it immensely. So let me take you back to 2019. I was working in the long-range charter fleet out of San Diego, doing 7 to 16 day trips from San Diego, fishing all the way down to Baja. As the year goes on, the wahoo fishing gets better. And I was there at the time when the Nomad DTX was first getting super popularized in the States. And if you personally know me, you know that I've said multiple times that I have seen more wahoo get caught on that lure than any other lure. More than the classic Marauder, more than cowbells, more than skirted lures, more than anything else that wasn't made strictly for high speeding. That is the best lipped wahoo lure ever made. However, the first generation of those lures had some really weird defects. After taking them out of the box and catching one fish on them, if you had something as little as like a pinhead of paint off the side or indentations on the lure from teeth, there's a good chance that the lure would never ever track straight again. It was about a 50-50 chance of the lure messing up after one fish, and so it was known as the one and done lure. But the ones that did survive produced like any other lure that has ever been on the market. But why was my timing in San Diego important? I was on an interesting spot where I saw the second generation and the first generation of lures fished together. So the lures that had been purchased in the years prior had those issues that I stated before, but the ones that were bought new that year before the people were coming on the trip, they were fine. And I personally have lures that have almost no paint on them that they've never had an issue tracking. They've never had splits. I've had some of these lures since 2019 and have had no problem. So it was really interesting to see that overlap of them having a superior product with major flaws and then putting a bunch of money into R&D to essentially make a brand new lure, which is, oh my God, extremely expensive, and perfecting that lure and making it what it is today, which is the best lipped wahoo lure ever made. So I knew in my head that Nomad has the ability to, first of all, acknowledge that their product actually has a flaw. That's a huge deal. Second of all, have enough pride in that product to dump a ton of money into it. And thirdly, perfect it. This resulted in a stronger body, more durable paint, and the best lipped wahoo lure ever made. So I knew that Nomad had a chance of making this a great lure. And I said in the comments that one day, this flying fish will be one of my most used lures, but that day is not today. So I post the video, and then we fast forward 3 months. I get awoken in the middle of the night by an Instagram DM from no other than Nomad's official account. I was like, oh God, are they gonna send me death threats? They saw my video, they must have. They're gonna send me a box of the most venomous arachnids and snakes in the Australian outback. But it wasn't a death threat. It was the Australian founder and owner of the company, Damon Olson. And he wanted to sit down and have a call with me and discuss a partnership. What? In the most insane turn of events, which could not be scripted. I then had a Zoom meeting with Damon, the owner and founder, and the 3 top guys for Nomad on the planet. Really odd turn of events. And they showed me kindness and professionalism way past anything I deserved. Just really genuinely good people that love to fish. And I was very shocked by that and very happy that they were that way. So what did we discuss? Obviously, they wanted me to give the flying fish another try and explain to me why it was failing in the first place. So apparently in their assembly line, they have, they have wrenches that attach, they have little bolts right here that have a locking nut that attach the wing to the body. What it's supposed to be like, I'm probably gonna have to show you on another camera, but there's like a little bit of gap. You can see that movement just there a little bit. There's supposed to be a gap between the wing fixture and the locking nuts. So there is a little bit of movement. What they were doing is tightening the damn thing down like a lug nut. And as you can see, it's really, really thin plastic. And I'll show you right here. They're tightening it down so much that the ones that I have that broke, you can't even sit them inside of the lure body because they're so tight. They just won't go in. So obviously, they were destroying the lure before it even got put into the package. So my rebuttal was, that's great, you found the problem, but that's not believable. Because that is such a unfortunate and dumb reason for a lure to fail, it is not the most believable thing that the over-tightening of one screw would change what the lure is, if that makes sense. So what I told them, I wanted to see a seeable visual change, a physical change on the body of the lure before I even entertain the idea of re-reviewing the product. And just like I knew Nomad is capable of doing, before I could even ask, there was pictures of the before and after of the 140 lure in my inbox of a thicker wing fixation and different position. Oh yeah, and let me be clear before I forget to mention it. The only problems that they're having is with the small lure. I've been trolling around the mid-size lure for months since that video I made, and it's perfectly fine. I troll it all the time. It's a really good teaser, and no problems with that. It actually has a pretty thick wing fixture, so it's just to the 120s, 140s. And I forgot to show the new and old fixtures. Those are them next to each other. But who am I to show you the new lure design? How about the engineer and designer behind the lure, who just happens to be the founder, Damon Olson.
Hey Joe, so I'm just going to show you the issue with these wings. You can actually see in the packaging. I've got a couple of photos that I'll send you, probably hard to see on the video, but you can see that the plastic housing is actually cracked from inside the packaging. So we've been able to go through and pull a lot of these out once we actually figured out what was going on. But just to pop one of these out of the box and actually show you, so I don't know if you can see on the video here, I'll get some photos and send them to you, but you can actually see that the bolt's been over tightened and the plastic housing's sort of gone all white and cracked. So you actually see on this one, they've done it on both sides. One side's worse than the other one, but you can even see crack marks around the plastic on there. The way that it should be and the way that all of the current stock has been put together is that, this, you can see in here, the gap with the nut, the nylock nut at the bottom, that should actually be able to like move up and down. So it's not putting any pressure on the actual plastic housing. As long as that bolt and nut is free to move up and down, you're never going to have an issue. Now, regardless of that, we did actually upgrade the plastic housing on the 140 anyway. So I've got some photos of this as well, I'll show you. But you can see on there that the one in this hand, we've just strengthened up. We've made the size of the plastic just a little bit thicker around where the hole goes through, just in case. But like I say, we haven't seen any issues, even just with the standard housing, as long as the bolt isn't over tightened.
So they showed me proof of a beefed up wing fixture, and I decided to give them another shot. So what did they do? They sent me 3 200s, mid-size ones, and 3 the 120s, 140s. What I keep on calling 120s. However, I didn't touch anything that Nomad sent to me. You see, I wanted to make sure that they were good on their promise of the improvement of the lure and that I didn't get some improved batch or some prototype that was going to be on the shelves in 2024. So what I did is the exact same thing that you will be doing if you decide that you want to try one after this video. I went to the store and picked one up myself. I didn't use anything that Nomad sent me. I wanted to be 100% sure that what their product is what they stated. I just wanted to protect you guys and make sure that I was gonna be using the exact same thing that you guys were gonna be using. So there was no like concern or thought that I was getting or using something that was gonna be better than what is in the store. I'm using what is in the stores right now. So I fished with it and actually got really good results.
Seen anything bigger pop off?
Nothing big, except for Flipper. Yeah, she getting trolled. Oh, come on. You know you want it, fish. Oh, got him on. On the flyer, boy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You want some? You want some? Come on, Austin. Having fun yet? Oh, have a seafood baked potato for me tonight.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, golly, they're phenomenal.
Have the what?
The seafood baked potato. This is a nicer fish. It is a staple of Venice. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, bro. Okay, bro. He's giving it to you. Oh, keep the rod tip down. There he is. This is a nice tuna. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Alrighty. It's a really good black. Heck yeah.
Here, try and get your picture with me.
Yeah. There you go. Well, there you have it. It held up several hundred casts, trolled it for a couple miles, and it caught several blackfin tuna. And after all that, it looked like it was just right out of the box. It took some pretty solid blowouts and it just completely stayed together, which was a lot more than I originally thought the lure could do. But that was not good enough for me. I really wanted to make sure that this thing was durable. So what I decided to do yesterday was troll it at super high speed for about 7 miles on the highway behind my vehicle. Oh, the guys at Nomad are gonna be pissed when they see this. Hey, you wanted an honest review. You didn't give me any parameters. You just said do it. It's not my fault. You didn't give me no binding parameters. We'll see if it'll cost you boys at Nomad. Really gonna put you to the test here. Oh yeah, and just so you guys know I'm not lying, because I obviously have another lure, this exact model. I'm gonna autograph it. We'll see if this lure earned its keep. Anyways, so you got this autograph. You got the wings, you got a little design on the top, a little squiggly do. And I guess I could do some on the bottom. How about this? L-A blue. I spelled blue wrong. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Blue cheese. It's supposed to say LA blue water, but we're going with blue cheese now because I spelt it wrong. Because that's impressive though. Golly, I'm bad at smelling. I'm usually not that bad. I ain't Gabe Arrington level, but here I am. Anyways, full autograph. Jovi T. Ain't no LA blue cheese. Here you go. Ain't no fibbing on this one. Obviously got the camera attached. And really, if it makes it down my alleyway here, which is just a disgusting bunch of potholes, that might be enough, but I'll give it 10 miles. I'm gonna go down to Elsie's and get some, I gotta get some Drano from the hardware store. My bathroom sink is getting clogged. So I'm gonna do a quick trip down the road. So here we go. I have the time lapse on. It jumped up on my bumper. I heard it stop clacking. I thought I lost it. And actually, it was a good thing it happened because I had to go back and retie it because it was about to come untied. So I tied it better, and yeah, kept on going down the road. 7 miles from my house to Elsie's. 7 miles down the road. What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Oh my God, I was chewing on a piece of mono. It survived. The tail broke, but holy, no way. But of course, I was really expecting to see it break, so I really just decided to break it. I wanted to see what its point was. And so, I actually am gonna break the lures now. I don't know if it's gonna fly right. Oh, just cracked the whole piece. I had a yoink on that though. What? The thing didn't even break. It just came out, even though that the little thing on top. Interesting. Okay. So there you have it. The actual like connection, the piece that was breaking, didn't even break. It literally pulled, like this piece right here was like pulled off of the lure, not cracked like this is here, which is pretty crazy. And this isn't even the updated, new beefed up one. If that doesn't convince you that maybe there was some sort of problem, I can't believe the lure actually just, the body survived, let alone the damn wings staying on. And one other thing that I want to mention before the video ends, one of the reasons why I think Nomad is so far and beyond above everyone else, like they're really the only company that is innovating designs and making new things. Like you gotta look at these and you gotta look at the Vibe lures that they're coming out with. They also sent me that I'm gonna do a review on. The owner and founder, Damon, is the one that designs all the lures. So the way this manufacturing deal works is that I guess the design team and the engineers are usually like a third party. And it's very, very hard for the person that has the idea of the lure to get that done by somebody else because that idea is not perfect of what is in the other person's head, if that makes sense. To put it this way, metaphorically, I guess, it's the same reason why I don't have a third party edit my YouTube videos. There's tons of companies out there that do that. I've been offered by people, but I've refused. So there's a very small percentage chance that the person that I give my film to knows anything about fishing. And there's a pretty much 0% chance that they know about the specific fishery I'm in. So they wouldn't know what looks good, what is interesting, what is cool. It would just result in a worse product, which kind of what happens in this manufacturing industry. But Damon is able to picture what he wants and then do it himself. So what he gets in his product is exactly what he dreamed of. And what you get is phenomenal products. And I'm pretty sure there's no other lure company as big as Nomad that does it like that. And that's why I credit them to being like one of the most forward-thinking and innovative lure companies in the world right now. But anyways, so what that means is you're getting a better product from Nomad, in short. So there you have it. Thank you to Nomad for, first of all, reaching out and being kind. And I'm very, very excited for the future, working with Nomad and, you know, being a part of the most innovative fishing company in the world, to my opinion. I hope you guys, if you consider trying the lure, I would give it a try if you're really interested. Clearly holds up. And I love y'all. See y'all next time.